Dogs never fail to impress us with their ability to offer comfort when we need it the most. They are man's best friend and will go to great lengths for their beloved owners and family. In this video, you are about to see a group of actors who were in the middle of a scene, but then a street dog arrived. What he did then was incredible. Keep watching to find out. During a street performance in Turkey, one actor, Numan Ertugrul Uzensoy, played the role of an injured man. The play had him fall off a horse, and he laid on the floor pretending to be hurt. While everyone knew that it was fake and all part of the performance, one dog who was also in the crowd took things pretty seriously. He thought the man was in danger, and what he did next warmed the hearts of many. This dog couldn't just sit back and do nothing while the man wallowed in pain. So the sweet pup burst into the scene to save him. When he got to where the actor lay, he snuggled him. At first, when Numan felt the warmth on his face, he thought it was his co-star approaching him. But when he felt a licking sensation, he knew his assumption was wrong. So he looked up, and that was when he realized it was only a concerned dog trying to help. The dog's deed was so touching that Numan broke character and flashed a wide smile. Of course, no one in such a situation would have been able to resist a smile. Although the dog interrupted the play, everyone loved what he did. Afterward, one of the crew escorted the dog off stage. But he didn't leave immediately. The pup waited for a while to be sure that the man was okay. And when everything looked good, he walked away. How sweet. Sometimes people come into our lives and they make a lasting impression. In this case, it was a dog who stole the show and some hearts too. This dog's act was one Numan held close to his heart. Thus, after this beautiful incident, he returned to the scene the next day to look for the dog, but couldn't find him. However, he promised to search for the dog until he finds him. If I were him, I would probably do the same. One dog, Blue, also did something gutsy. It even earned him a police honor. One cold evening, a girl, Aurora, 3, wandered from her home to search for her family's dog. She thought her animal friend was missing, but the dog was just somewhere around the house. The little girl's innocent search took her far into the wilderness. While something worse may have happened, someone was there to protect her. It was the family's 17-year-old dog, Blue, who also followed her on her search. With the pup by her side, the toddler knew she was safe. Turned out she was right. What happened during the period they were together is heart-melting. After the duo wandered off, Aurora's parents noticed they were missing and raised the alarm. A rescue team searched the area for 15 hours, but they couldn't find them. However, the next morning, something unbelievable happened. That morning, Aurora's grandmother, Lisa Bennett, who was also with the search party, heard Aurora's voice atop a mountain. She was certain that the girl and the pup were close by, so she shot up the mountain. When she got there, she found the dog. It was as if he was also waiting for her. Afterward, he led her to the little girl. When Lisa saw her granddaughter, she could tell by her smell the dog had spent the entire night keeping the girl warm. The girl was in good condition, except for a few scratches. Blue's dutiful acts went viral, and many were inspired by the story of the dog who kept the little girl warm throughout the night. For his heroic action, the local police awarded Blue a title of Honorary Police Dog. I hope he gets more awesome treats and awards for being the best buddy ever. Another dog, Sadie, also helped his owners by preventing a disaster. How he did it is incredible. Serena Costello spends most of her time working to cater for her 4-year-old daughter and her dog. But one day, something frightening happened, and everything she had ever worked for could have gone up in flames in a second, but someone saved the day. That day, Serena and her daughter weren't home, but their dog, Sadie, was in the house, and he sighted something dangerous. Whenever Serena was away from home, she left the dog inside, and he never went out on his own. However, that day, the dog sensed the danger ahead, and he knew he had to get out. But since the doors were closed, the pit bull devised another escape route. He chewed and dug out a wooden blocker, keeping the door shut. Afterward, he ran out into the backyard. When he got out, he barked to call the neighbors' attention to the looming disaster. When the dog wouldn't stop barking, residents reported the situation to the police, and they arrived at the scene in a few minutes. The pit bull took the police officers through several streets before leading them back to the house. When they got to the backyard, the police officers noticed the backyard door was open. They also saw claw marks and blood around the back of the door. This strengthened their belief that the dog must have sensed some danger and jumped into action. As the police officers continued their search, they smelled a gas odor coming from the open basement window. They suspected there was a gas leak, so they reached out to the fire department. When the firefighters arrived, they confirmed that there was a gas leak in the basement. Alas, the police officers and residents understood the dog's action, and they hailed him for saving the house from a gas explosion. When the firefighters took care of the apartment, Serena's friend called her to let her know what was happening. Perhaps things could have turned out differently if Sadie hadn't acted fast. Serena also says, "Sadie is a hero. She is our hero. She saved our lives." While Sadie didn't mind breaking through a door just to help her family, another dog, Max, walked through smoke. Here's what happened. The Feasers, a family from Central Florida, were in their home one calm night when something gruesome happened. Out of the blue, their house got engulfed in flames. One neighbor who was outdoors when the fire started called 911. Another family living next door also rushed to help out the Feasers. One of them spotted a piece of patio furniture and smashed the window. They heard Margot Feaser's voice as she panicked, so they screamed for her to come out through the window. Although dazed, she escaped through the broken window. But the calamity was far from being over. Her husband and 2 kids were still stuck inside. When she realized that her family wasn't out yet, her maternal instincts took over. She attempted running back inside to save them, but firefighters arrived just in time and got her husband, Brent, out of the house too. Now the only ones left were her kids, a 2-year-old girl and a 4-year-old boy. That's when Max, the family's German Shepherd, played the hero of the hour. The brave dog sprung into action immediately and led the firefighters through the smoke and fire to the kids' location. He helped the firemen find them in time, and they brought the kids to safety too. Afterward, the family was taken to the hospital. Max also went to the veterinarian, and they treated him for smoke inhalation. Although they suffered an immense loss of their properties, the most important thing is that they all got out alive. This story might have ended pretty tragically if it wasn't for the observant neighbor who called 911 and this very courageous dog called Max. In this next story, one dog, Sasha, also did something similar. One evening, a California woman, Nana Chai, put her 7-month-old daughter to sleep and was getting ready for bed when she heard her dog, Sasha, barking. The dog was also scratching the apartment's door. Nana couldn't understand why the pup was behaving that way. However, when she got out, she knew why and had her heart in her mouth. When she opened the door, the dog continued barking at her. Just then, she looked up and saw flames and black smoke coming from her cousin's apartment. Nana was dazzled that she couldn't even move for a few seconds. But the dog sprang into action. He raced into the bedroom where Nana's little girl was sleeping, and what he did next is incredible. He grabbed the bottom part of the baby's diaper and started pulling her out. When Nana rushed back to the room, she took the baby from the loyal dog, grabbed her phone and the dog's collar, and they all escaped to safety. When they got out, Nana called 911. Then she rushed from one neighbor's door to another to alert them. By then, the fire had already spread to Nana's house. Despite this, Sasha ran back into the burning house. Nana believes that he went back to save her older children, although he did not know they weren't home. She screamed at the dog, asking for him to come back, but the loving canine was determined to complete his rescue mission. Just then, firefighters arrived at the scene and attacked the fire. All the while, Nana kept yelling that the dog was in the apartment, but the firefighters insisted she was wrong. When they put the fire out, Nana went inside the burning building, and what she saw made her heart melt. She found the pit bull inside a closet in one of the kids' rooms. Her kids hide in the closet each time they play hide and seek, so she knew the dog went there to search for them. She was also glad that he was safe. When it comes to loyal dogs, this dog knows no bounds. Dogs truly are man's best friend. How would you like to own a brave dog just like these awesome canines? Let me know in the comments which story inspired you the most. Thanks for watching. Until next time.